Do you tithe? There's a lot of people, even Christians today, who say tithing is obsolete. It's from the Old Testament. It's part of the law, so it's not something that we do today. But that's not accurate. It's not even true. The reality is, for one, the law was not done away with in Jesus. It was fulfilled in Jesus. Important thing to distinguish. But tithing actually, while it is in the law given to Moses, it actually predates the law. Before there were laws about tithing, there were believers who tithe. I'll give you an example. In the book of Genesis, Abraham has just gone and rescued his family from being captives of some other kings, and on his journey taking them back, he runs into another king whose name is Melchizedek. He's the king of Salem, the Bible says, but it also says that he's a priest of the Most High God. Now, not a Levitical priest. He's not an Israelite. He's not from that line. He's somebody different, but he's a priest, and he blesses Abraham. And in response to that blessing, Abraham gives this priest of the Most High a tenth, a tithe, if you will, of his income. He gives it to him. And so before the Levitical law was given to Moses in the Old Testament, even before that, in the book of Genesis, you find Abraham, a follower of God, who tithes. Some people say, well, in the New Testament, Jesus disregarded the tithe. Well, what they're probably referring to is a time when Jesus is rebuking some religious leaders because they were very particular about tithing, even on minute little things. And he rebukes them, though, because while they were tithing on these little bitty things, they were neglecting bigger, weightier things of the gospel. Now, he says to them in all of that, not to do away with tithing, which is what some people are saying that Jesus is trying to imply there. He actually says, no, you should do those small things, but don't neglect the big things either. In other words, don't make your morality, your service to God, a buffet where you pick and choose what you're going to do for God. Do the small and do the big without neglecting either one. In other words, tithing predates the law. It came before the law. Before there was a law or a rule about tithing, there were believers who tithed. And it comes after the law. Even though Jesus fulfilled the law, he didn't do away with tithing. It's still an act of worship and faith and confidence that God is my provider even today. You think about that. I'm Pastor Jared.